Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another video. If you've never been over to my channel before, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Caitlin. I'm 24 years old. I just love to share things related to my faith. My dog is currently crying at the window because there's people walking by. And I just love to share like lifestyle and encouraging type of videos. So keep watching if you'd like to hear 5 different things that I think are so important for Christians to think about and do while they're single. Being single is something that I have learned to embrace. I absolutely have days where I'm like, man, it would be nice to be in a relationship right now. But then I also have days where I'm like, man, I'm so thankful for this time that I'm able to invest in certain things that otherwise I wouldn't be able to spend as much time investing in. And so I just want to share some things that I've learned while being single and things that I'm also learning to work towards and improve in. So let's get started with number 1. So the first thing that I would encourage you to do is learning how to serve without expecting anything in return. So basically what this means is just learning or kind of like developing and cultivating more of a servant heart. So our goal is to be more like Jesus in our life, period, whether we're single or in a relationship. And especially, I know the more that I hear about marriage, the more that I understand what marriage is meant to be. It is all about being sacrificial and serving your partner. And so if we're single and we want to get married one day, or we remain single, either way, in order to become more like Jesus, we simply need to learn how to serve. The second thing is developing a daily habit of spending time with the Lord. When we're single, we should have more time to spend with God, like intentional one-on-one quiet time, whatever that looks like. There's a lot of different ways that it can look unique to you and to me. And so just growing a heart for spending more time with the Lord so that we can gain wisdom, so that we can gain discernment. Again, just learning to become more like Christ and developing a relationship with God. And the third one is to invest in a church community. I don't think that I can emphasize this enough. It seems like there's more and more younger people who are trying to stay away from the church because they've been hurt by the church, but the right type of church community is going to be one that you want to invest yourself in. Being with like-minded people, being with people who can keep you accountable, people who can lift you up when you're down, people who are able to love you, help you to not feel as alone, because I think that's one of the most common things while being single is that you feel alone and you want to be with someone and to have like a consistency in your life, and a church community where you can attend on the weekend, where you can serve. I'm able to go to church on the weekend and I'm able to be a leader at our students ministry, even being able to serve in like the children's nursery, like just making more connections and serving and loving others is one of the most amazing things that you can do while you're single. And I want to add that these are not things that you necessarily can't do if you're already married. Like these are all probably things that you can do even if you're married, but I think especially while you're single, developing these kind of like daily habits or just things in your life can just really better prepare you for the future and to help you to embrace and live out God's call on our life during this time. And the fourth one is to learn to take care of yourself. So something that I've been able to invest more in is my health and my fitness. And those things just really help to kind of like build my confidence, make me feel strong, and to just be happy in the skin that I'm in. With that, you can learn to love who you are as God's creation in the now without receiving attention from someone else. As we begin to understand our value and understand that our life has purpose, we're gonna better steward and take care of the body that God has given us. And the last and the final thing is character development, which I kind of think that a lot of this can fall into this category, but I wanted to share that your identity is not tied to your relationship status. It is rooted in the truth of God's word. So continuing to dive into God's definition of who you are and God's calling on your life, like clinging to that. And even when we have moments where we don't feel beautiful or we don't feel just great about ourselves, like there are some mornings where I wake up and I'm just like, man, I am just not feeling great. But in those moments where I feel that way, I'm able to be reminded that I am a daughter of God. And for that, I am beautiful. For that, I am worthy. For that, I am valuable. And so we have to be able to cling to that truth even when we don't feel like it, because our feelings, our emotions are not consistent, but God's word is always reliable. And so as we continue to establish these daily habits of spending more time with the Lord and investing in a good community, we're going to start to be built up as a disciple. And ultimately what the goal is that we are just running after the Lord. And if there's someone else who's running after the Lord and they just happen to be someone that together we're able to pursue and expand God's kingdom together, like that is the goal. Like that's the purpose of marriage. The purpose of marriage is to reflect more of God. It's not just meeting an individual need. Marriage is something that can be fantastic, and God designed it. And he also designed us to be able to live in this moment that we have now. And so instead of like focusing on the future so much and being worried and concerned and fearful, let's learn how to better embrace the now. So I just want to encourage you to ask God, how do you want to use me? How do you want to mold me to become the man or the woman of God that you're creating me to be? I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.